Hi, I'm Meg.
And I'm David.
Welcome to The Average Vegans, a podcast to help you live an attainable vegan lifestyle. We're not the ripped influencer vegans you hear about in other podcasts. We're just some ordinary people living in the South, eating plants and loving animals.
On today's episode, we're going to talk about vegan cocktail recipes for the summer. And- now,
You're so dumb.
this is vegan cocktail recipes for the summer.
Yes.
All right, I had to put a spin on the beginning there, like I always do.
Of course. Dave's got jokes.
This was a fun one, man. Of course, this is like we did this the day after I had like way too many beers on a date, so I was like, oh my god, I could like. I'm just gonna drink smoothies for a month to compensate for this insanity I put my body through.
Yeah, and I'm not a drinker, but I wanted to try some vegan cocktails and summery ones, ones that are like fresh and we actually got some really, really, really good ones.
Yeah,
And we're not like ones to really make a cocktail per
no.
se.
I basically
Right?
bottle of
Right.
wine, have a whiskey, have a beer. It's not. I don't like. It's just like it's a lot to work.
It
But
is, yeah.
surprisingly, the ones we did, there's a couple that that had some work to it, but most of them were pretty straightforward. And
Yeah, a
surprisingly,
lot of them had only like a few ingredients and you really just put them together. It's
yeah,
not like you had to do much to them. So oh man.
yeah,
We drank a little too much perhaps, but it was good times.
yeah. We have videos for everything. We recorded video recipes, which will be out on the media of social, and
On YouTube.
on the tubes of you.
Yes. And the recipes we have 5 different ones that we tried and I got them from Pinterest, but you can get them on Instagram,
Yeah,
TikTok. There's tons of stuff.
I remember
Find recipes anywhere.
we recorded. And I was like, "There's 5." You're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna be fucked up."
You said that after number 3 and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I thought there was only one more." I'm like, "Nah."
yeah. And you can't make them
got
throw them
2.
out. That's wasteful. So my poor liver, man. Why does my back hurt? Oh, that's right. The kitty's my liver is screaming at me right now.
Listen, we started off with a healthy one. Don't try to be a crybaby about it, okay?
That's true.
Our very first one, hop
Yeah.
right into it, is a strawberry basil kombucha cocktail. Come on, you got a little gut health going on with that
That's
one.
good. That's good. Good.
It was good. It was good. So it has agave, strawberries, basil, vodka, and strawberry basil kombucha, which is impossible to find.
Very
So we
hard.
just had a strawberry one.
Yeah.
But it was super easy. You just had to like muddle the strawberries, like grind them up a little bit to make them like mushy and stuff, and the basil to kind of activate the taste of that. And it's almost like what did you call it? Like a strawberry basil mojito.
Yeah. It's like if you took a strawberry daiquiri and like crossed it with a basil mojito. That's what it was like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. I like the kombucha added to it. It added something to it. It was like a little carbonated to it, like, and it had a little bit of like a like kombucha makes me think of beer whenever I drink it
Yeah.
for some reason, that kind of hoppiness to it sometimes.
Yeah.
So it definitely tasted like that. And it felt like, again, like I was doing something a little healthy with like a shot of vodka in it.
There's
It's fine.
and the thing is there's a lot of kombuchas. I think the type of kombucha you choose will change the flavor. I tend to like the sweeter kombuchas like GT's or like even Kroger's has a really good has a really good strawberry because you got the strawberry lemonade
Yes,
is what
I
you
did.
had. And I
Yeah.
had the strawberry one. We went the strawberry one to keep it kind of true to the flavor. But I think if you make sure you're going with a sweeter kombucha, you have a better flavor profile. If you go with something that's a little more subdued, a little less sweeter, and more of a kombucha flavor, you're probably with a little less sweetness, a lot more plainness to it, which will actually subdue the palate of it. But yeah, it was actually pretty good. Surprisingly, I never like made a cocktail with kombucha, so that was interesting.
Me neither. I never even thought about it.
Yeah.
But you have to like basil to to drink this.
Yeah.
It's like, 'cause it's a heavy flavor in it. So I mean, it's not just like you're gonna know it's there. So
Yeah, I would
scored
definitely.
everything from 1 to 5.
Well, I real quick, I would definitely have the strawberry pieces smaller as well. For me
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I would have more like I would like puree them almost like just shy of puree. That's a personal preference because I know you can be weird eyes, but for me like it was just like it would kind of like get in the way and like block the liquid coming out. So it was like having like kind of like almost like a sieve through strawberries. I think some people would like that, like the chunks in it. Like I'm like also I don't like I don't like boba teas and stuff anyway. So like chunks in my drinks, I'm not a big fan
Hmm.
of. So that's probably why it's a preference. So if you're someone who doesn't like things in your drink, I would make the strawberry pieces smaller, but flavor wise, it's still just as good.
And I think you could probably add different berries than just strawberries. Like you could probably add some blackberries in there, some blueberries, and I think that would add like a lot of sweetness to it that maybe, you might be missing from this recipe. But we both thought it was pretty good. So David gave it a 3 and I gave it a 3.5. So kind of run of the mill, but definitely a good drink for a barbecue when you're eating dinner because it's got that basil in it. It really like enhances food as opposed to like sitting on the porch or even like chilling on the couch. I see it more as like when I'm eating, this would be a great drink to have.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Especially if you're having like if you're at like yeah, my God, because like that's one thing we talked about even after we recorded was like how we could see ourselves like drinking it. Where can we see it? We didn't
Mm-hmm.
talk about that much with this one. And now that you talk about,
Right. Yeah.
I could see this as like a cocktail you would have if you're doing like brunch, like on like a patio with with like a group of friends. It'd be good for
Oh,
that
it's
one.
almost like makes me think of like almost like a Bloody Mary because it's got some spice to it.
Yeah,
You know
exact.
what I mean? That
Yes,
oh, brunch for sure.
I was like
Yes.
brunch with
Mm-hmm.
friends, or even like a like in my head, I picture either with like brunch with friends, or you're having like a nice like like a salad and like a light dinner with it. Yeah, yeah. It's I could definitely see it with a meal kind of a thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely not a. I wouldn't consider it like a relaxed drink. To me, it's more like with something else kind of a thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the watermelon lime spritzers next.
Okay.
So this is one that I actually think I'm going to make again at home just randomly. And again,
Yeah.
I don't like to drink very much, but this I already have all the ingredients, so I might as well. Oh, I don't have the seltzer. I sent you home with that, but that's fine.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
that's right. It is.
literally lime, watermelon, vodka, and seltzer. That's it. It's super simple. We did
Very
think that
simple.
you maybe could add a little bit of agave, right? Or maybe a sweeter watermelon. I don't think my watermelon was sweet enough,
Yeah.
but it was so refreshing. This is like you're at the beach or you just got home from the beach or you're having a barbecue and hanging out with friends and it's hot as crap.
Mm-hmm.
This is so good because you use like real chunks of watermelon to make like a puree kind of juice out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
And you add the lime, vodka, and seltzer. It is divine.
Yeah. This was the chilling out in the hammock drink for me.
Yes.
Like if I made this, I'd probably make like a really big glass of it
Mm-hmm.
and like not like a bunch of vodka. I'll probably like just enough of the vodka's there you could feel it at the end, but like it's mostly like the seltzer and the watermelon and like the lime. It's mostly that with like like kind of like a couple shots of vodka because it's a big glass of it, and I can see that just
Right.
chilling like outside, the umbrella area, just like trying to get just like let the week go. Yeah, this is definitely the
Yes.
relaxed drink for me for sure.
And I think it's like a by the pool with your friends drink too. I think you can make a big picture of it and it would be amazing for everybody. They'd really like it.
Yeah,
And again, it's got 4 ingredients. You can't go wrong and you can't fuck it up. So, I mean,
yeah.
it's pretty good.
And most of the stuff you can get really really cheap actually, especially the like the watermelon. You get a whole watermelon like for fairly low price, and then if it's like seltzer water, lime, and vodka. I mean you can. Yeah, I wasn't because I don't do a lot of cocktails. Like I want to get like a really good vodka for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, what's the best vodka? I even searched like, what's the best vodka for making cocktails? But looking back, you don't have to get the higher end vodkas. You can get something pretty lower on the shelf for something like this because the seltzer, the lime, and the watermelon are really going to subdue it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree. So when we scored it, David gave it a 3.5 and I gave it a 4
yeah,
because I'm a little bit in love with watermelons. So
yeah.
definitely recommend. And I think you could probably add other like berries and things to it and make it even yummier. So, you know, little additions. Okay, another like hot day cocktail. This one is for all of our Georgia folks
Yeah.
because, or anyone who lives in the South, really, of the United States, because this is a pretty common drink and we just kind of upgraded it. So we made sweet tea prosecco. Um, David loved this one, and so did I. And I'm
Yeah.
shocked because I don't like sweet tea. I don't even like tea in general. It's not my jam. I have never asked for it. I don't want it. But this was so freaking good. So it was black tea, which we brewed right there in David's fancy little French press. He's so cool, guys.
So fancy.
Lemon juice, vodka, and prosecco, which is like a champagne wine kind of thing.
I think we added
Um,
agave to it too as well, didn't
Oh
we?
yes, we
Yeah.
did. We did. Because it wasn't sweet enough.
Yeah.
And so we wanted it to be like as sweet as we could get it. So we made this I don't know. I didn't expect to like it. I thought I was going to be like, "Oh, it just tastes like gross
Spicy
tea."
tea, essentially.
But
Yeah.
it didn't. It was like an upgraded Arnold Palmer,
Yeah.
right? That's what we said when we were drinking it too. It's just like, oh, it was so refreshing. It made me feel very Southern for the first time in the 15 years I've lived here.
I think I think if black tea is not your thing, like because people tend to like I know Todd didn't like the tannins, like the bitterness of black tea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say up the sweetness, the whatever sweetener you use, up the lemon, and I think that will help if the tannins gets you. But I like the tannin in the black tea a little bit. I also like dark chocolate and black coffee and stuff. So, but yeah, I really like that. Like that's definitely like a sitting on the couch kind of a drink, watching a movie, relaxing. Like the moments where I typically would grab like a whiskey to kind of take the edge off the day or the week or something, is where I would probably turn to this as an alternative
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
was really refreshing. And you have all the ingredients. Nope, I kept your vodka.
Yes, you kept my
So
vodka, my super good vodka, man. Like
no, such a jerk.
I know, oh my
God,
god,
I'm the
terrible.
worst.
But I kept the prosecco and the black tea. So
Yeah, I mean you're close. You could get it.
yeah,
It was really good. I think most people would really like this because there's a lot of people in the northern parts of the United States that are jealous of the South's obsession with sweet tea. So now you can just make your own at home and booze it up.
that's it. Like an adult version.
I love it. We liked it so much we both gave it a 4.5.
Yeah.
So at this moment it's the number one. So keep that in mind. It does end up that way. Let's talk about one
Spoilers.
more that's a little refreshing. I know. This one, I think I like this one more than the sweet tea prosecco, but I scored it the same. Only because I love mango, and we made a mango mojito.
Ooh.
Um, I mean, if you don't love mango, again, you could probably use a different fruit. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be mango if that's not your thing,
Mm.
but we use like mango juice, pineapple juice, because there was like a balance of flavors there. Agave, mint, rum, and lime. So as you can see, there's a lot of lime. We like to use lime for almost everything in this. Um, David liked this one too. It was good, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Touching mango.
I did more than the watermelon and more than the kombucha one. I like pineapple juice and mango anyway, so it's like some like really
Yes.
fruits high up on my list. And for me, this had much more of a stronger flavor. It's much more had more of a punch to it. Literally in two ways. One is taste that had punch flavor, and also had more of like a bite to it and a bit of a hit to it. And this to me, this is the by the pool drink, not the watermelon one. This is me the by making a picture with friends
Yeah.
by the pool. This is it for me. I think you said this. You felt like this was your this was your hammock drink. This was the one you relax the hammock with. That's how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
describe
I
this
could
one.
see I love that. And then I also feel like it would be great for like a picnic or anything where you're like outside. I feel like this is a great drink for that. Not just because of the mango, but the mint too is kind of like a refreshing thing to have.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a good one. So I think my husband liked this one a lot too, didn't he? Yeah, he
yeah,
liked the mango one. Yeah.
yeah. He
We
liked
of
this one.
course we had to share with my
Ugh.
husband and give him all the drinks too. And after two drinks, guys, I wish I had my camera rolling at this moment. I walk outside and David and my husband are like, we're a little tipsy.
We're
We might have
good.
drank two. I was like, it's only two drinks. Three more.
I'm like,
Calm down.
we had as I said, we had a break because you were like, I was like, we got five. Oh my god.
We had to eat because you weren't going to be able to make it to the
No, I'm
end.
a lightweight, dude. Like I buzz quick. I hard for me to get drunk, but I buzz real quick, and
My
it's good
husband
times.
too, but you guys were so funny when I walked out. It was like two little kids who had gotten into mom's
Yeah,
alcohol or something. You both were like, oops.
we're all squinty eyed. Like, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it was great. Oh, I love it so much.
It's fantastic.
Uh, I think I'll definitely make this mango mojito again for sure. I
Oh yeah,
know I will because it was just so refreshing. Especially with the pineapple juice. I think that's like the best part of it is that they added another fruit flavor into it too. Um, so definitely recommend. David gave it a 4 and I gave it a 4.5. So it's pretty close to the top there.
pretty close, to perfect.
Well, let's talk about the perfect one then.
All right,
So when I saw this recipe, I was like, oh my God, yes.
right?
I found a recipe for vegan Baileys. And they do have like an almond milk Baileys, like they made their own plant-based version, and it's good. David doesn't like
I don't like
it.
it. I tried. I tried it. I tried it as is. I put it in like coffee and all kinds of stuff. I just couldn't get into it. It's just
Yeah.
to me, it had a weird aftertaste. I couldn't get into.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. This recipe did not. And yes,
Oh,
we are
did
going to
not.
put all the links in the show notes so you guys can make these at home. You have to tag us though. The average vegans on Instagram or Facebook. You have to tag us in your photos if you
Absolutely.
make one of these cocktails, especially this
Oh
Bailey's
my
because
gosh.
it's so good. We made it the last one so it could be like our dessert drink. And it definitely was because it
Oh,
uses a crap ton of coconut milk.
yeah.
Oh my god. David had a hard time because he doesn't like to consume too much fat. I don't care because it's whatever. But didn't you have like a tip when we recorded to kind of make it less?
Yeah, so I would probably I would add I would basically do first we did the light coconut milk to make way it wasn't that heavy. But I would probably mix in a plant based milk with it. It wouldn't be as creamy, but it would definitely cut down on your fat, would cut down the calories as well. If you're watching your fat intake, I mean it's not an everyday drink anyway, so it's an okay to splurge with it. I might because I have all the ingredients at home right now. I might actually try making it with just almond milk or just like soy milk,
Mm,
just because I always get the vanilla flavored on anyway. So I might try to make it with just a plain plant-based milk and see how that goes,
yes.
which I think will help. But yeah, I mean, it's a splurge. It's not something you're drinking out every week. If you're drinking this every weekend, there's another conversation you got to have. Uh,
So coconut milk, brown sugar, Jameson Irish whiskey. Did I say that? Jameson Irish whiskey.
yes.
Cacao powder, instant coffee, and vanilla extract.
Hmm.
We had never had Jameson before this event either, and now David is a big old fan.
I do like it. I was like, wow, because like I've been drinking. I had Angel's Envy was one of my go-tos, but I found out that a lot of the barrels they use, the wine isn't vegan. They age their whiskey in, which could be a gray area because they don't actually the process itself for that whiskey is vegan, but they use some of the barrels they use isn't, so it's kind of a gray area. But I've been doing Monkey Shoulder, which is a bit smokier, and then I never had Jameson. I always thought Jameson was gonna be like harsh, and it wasn't. It was really smooth. Like, well, you can actually take a drink of it, not be like, oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah, your face, you were like, whoa,
I'm like, this is going on the
okay.
list. I'm gonna get a ball of this. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but yeah, it was definitely a surprise. If you're vegan, you want to try and find some vegan options whiskey wise, Jameson Irish Whiskey, definitely put on that list, the vegan whiskey option.
Yeah, and
Good.
I've never had Jameson either, but it was so good in this. I didn't sip it like David did because he's braver than I am. But it was delicious. So you just basically add all the ingredients together. There's nothing, no like science to this. You're just mixing them together basically. Um it is such a delicious, creamy, deliciously lummy, yummy dessert. I almost want to put it over for like vanilla ice cream and make a float of it. Hello.
Ooh,
Right? I
bro.
know.
Okay.
That would be good. We should have done that. Dang it, I'm
Well,
mad
now
at
I'm
us.
gonna, cause I have to make a float out of that, dude. I know what I'm doing this
I
weekend. I'll
know.
report back.
You
Holy
wait, you
crap!
guys have got to watch the videos because we made the happiest faces when we tried this drink. We were like, "Oh my god, yes!"
I've heard music. This is amazing. Can you marry alcohol? How's that
It was
work?
really good. By then we were pretty then we went outside and watched some fireworks
Yeah,
presented by my neighbor.
that's
And it
right.
was lovely, lovely, lovely.
We were lit. What's
I wish
up?
I had which one did I
Sheesh. No.
have? Ah! I had the mango mojito while we were watching fireworks, and it was so delicious and so yummy, but I didn't get to finish it. I wonder why. It could be because David tried to kill me
Oh
and a
yeah.
firework got in my
I
drink.
didn't try to. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm calling.
to be fair, it
He
wouldn't have been murder, been
tried to
manslaughter
kill
because it
me.
was an accident. Like second degree manslaughter, I think is what it been
You're
classified
the
as.
worst. You're the worst.
Just it wasn't on purpose.
Oh, you're lucky I still love you. Oh,
I
goodness.
mean, if you didn't, you'd have to do this by yourself. I don't think.
Just talking to myself all day. That'd be great. Oh my God. I definitely need to be drinking then. Oh my gosh. So we've given you guys 5 amazing cocktail recipes for the summer. Some that have a healthy kombucha in them, some that have way too much coconut milk, all of which are delicious. There isn't one on here that we didn't like. We would try all of them again. I wouldn't say no to any of them if you hand them to me. So they're wins in our book, and you can find all of these recipes on our website, theaveragevegans.com. And we want to hear your drink recipes. Like, what is your go to summer cocktail, so that we can add it to our list of go to recipes? Come on, we need to know. So let us know by tagging us on Instagram or Facebook at The Average Vegans. You can also find our podcast at Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, or anywhere else you get your podcast fix. Leave a review, pretty please, and recommend us to your friends, family, coworkers, strangers, the delivery driver. You can find show notes, links, all to these recipes so you guys can try them, and more at theaveragevegans.com. Make sure to tag us if you make our recipes that we're sharing today. I want to see drinks. I mean, I'm nosy basically, but I want to see. And we want to know some other recipes. And if you have any other episode ideas, let us know. What are you interested in learning about? Because obviously we like to talk about it. So that's it for this week.
All right. Well, until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.